I'm Alice Quay. I'm a member of the Wayne Presbyterian Church. I'm the mother of Marty Laird. And I moved to Wayne in '02 and became a member then. So I've been a member of the church since '02. And I'm presently living at Rosemont Presbyterian Village. We had guests for dinner and they did not have a car, so we were taking them home after dinner on a Sunday night, and the paper boys were out on the street, and the paper boys were announcing the attack. That's how we knew, because we hadn't had anything on, you know, you didn't have the radio playing or anything of that kind, and so that's how we knew about it. I was 27 when I was married, and my husband was 32, so this was in 1941, and in '43, we had our first child, and when she was 6 months old, my husband was drafted. And of course that was a really hard time for us. But of all things, the doctor at the induction center was the doctor who had delivered our baby. We did not have an OB specialist when she was born. And we don't know whether he made some notation on my husband's record or what happened, but on his first day of camp, which was in Camp Croft, South Carolina, they put him in the hospital a week, and at the end of the week they discharged him. And they said that the reason that they discharged him was because if he put his knees together, his feet wouldn't go together, and if he put his feet together, his knees wouldn't go together. And he had a football injury, and it was determined that that was the cause of that condition. Now, as I say, I don't know what all they did during that week, but he actually didn't have any training at all. And the one thing that we were able to joke about was they asked him if he wanted a pension when they told him he was discharged. And he said, I said very loudly, "No, sir." And so that was our experience in the war, personal experience with it. Mm-hmm. You know, there were mixed emotions, of course. But he was glad to be back, because the first time that I'd ever seen my husband cry was the night that he left with the 6-month-old baby, and he cried. And so he was really glad, you know, to get back. And I can remember the short time that, I think it was a month and 17 days that we were separated. I remember showing the baby his picture frequently. You know, I remember the hardships but we know, in thinking about your coming and relating this, I don't remember thinking about them as hardships. I mean, you just did them. Mm-hmm. You did whatever was asked of you, and the shortages you just did without. We really, I can remember that a group from the church, we would meet, and you couldn't have any kind of dessert that required sugar or eggs and things of that kind, and so we did all kinds of things. I remember you could buy peanut brittle, and one time I remember entertaining a group from the church and making a cake and having whipped cream with crushed peanut brittle. and that was...
You got creative, huh?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then we were living in Camp Hill, and Route 11 went right through there, and I can remember taking my baby, you know, in the stroller, or it was a carriage actually then, and seeing troops, you know, going on Route 11, and there would be some men that would wave long after they passed, you know, as long as I imagine the baby made them think of a child they left at home. And I can remember feeling really bad about that. I was thinking there's an Amish proverb that says, if you can't have the best of everything, make the best of everything you have. And I think that's sort of the way we did. You know, we couldn't have everything, but we made the best of everything that we had.